Welcome to the Adventures in Alchemy podcast, where we share tips, techniques, and true stories to support you in using the law of attraction and alchemy to create magic and live the life of your dreams. Here's your host, the founder of DailyAlchemy.com, Michelle Martin Dobbins.
Hi guys, Michelle Martin Dobbins from DailyAlchemy.com. And today I want to talk to you a little bit about how sometimes things don't happen the way we plan and it can still be really great. I wanted to share with you a story about my grand plan of what should happen with my family and how when that didn't happen, it was still totally perfect. When my oldest daughter, who just turned 16 yesterday, at the time of this recording, December 17th, she was probably 3-ish, 4-ish. My husband and I decided, with a little bit of coaxing on my part, that I wanted her to be closer to my family that lived in West Virginia. At the time, we lived in Georgia. And so we were given some property by my family, and we built a house. We started building a house, and it took a while to build the house. And so we were still living in Georgia, building this house in West Virginia, and we ended up moving to West Virginia. And I was so excited that my daughter was going to get to be close to her grandparents and see them and spend time with them. And as it turned out, it didn't work. It didn't work for a number of reasons. One, my husband and I were not able to make anywhere close to the level of money in West Virginia that we made in Georgia. And we couldn't pay our bills. And we did not like the winters. I had forgotten that the reason I had moved to Georgia was because I didn't like being cold and I didn't like the snow and I didn't like scraping off my car windshield. And there's a part of me that's like, well, I should have visualized better. I should have, focused on making money there. And the truth is, at the time, it was kind of scary and a little sad because I hated to get my parents happy that we were there and know that we're going to have to leave because we were just struggling. And when I say have to, I should definitely say choose to, but it just didn't feel right. Didn't feel like we were at the right place at the right time, even though that was, where I had wanted to be. And I was so blessed that we spent that year there, but we ended up moving to South Carolina a year later, and we still live here. And for right now, it's the right place for us. It has been a blessing in so many ways. There have been really, really wonderful opportunities for our kids. There have been really wonderful opportunities for us. We've made new friends. We've enjoyed new places, and we're in a whole different place in our life than we were then. And we've been here now for 10 years. But what I want to say to you is if you make a move and it's not the right move, or if if it's a move to a place, a move to a job, a move to a relationship, it's okay. There is blessings in making a move, and it turns out not to be a permanent move. I know that if we had stayed in Georgia, we would definitely not be as happy and fulfilled as we are in South Carolina, but there was no reason for us to move to South Carolina. But when we moved to Georgia and sold our business there, it just didn't seem probable for us to go back there because we were going to starting the same kind of business. So we ended up coming to South Carolina, to a new town and a new place. So sometimes if things seem like they're going wrong, just think of them as like a lily pad along the way. You're a frog, just for this analogy, jumping from pad to get to the one that is perfect for you right now. And so if you choose the wrong job, it might lead you to the right job. If you choose the wrong city to live in, it might lead you to the right one. If you choose the wrong relationship, it might lead you to the right one. So there are not really any wrong choices in life. And when a choice doesn't work out, don't let that be a failure. Because we could look at our move to West Virginia as a failure. The business that we tried to start there didn't take off. Things just didn't work out for us. But I got to spend a year close to my family. I got to spend a lot of extra time with my mother and father that year. We actually had our twins, Caden and Callie, in West Virginia that year. And so my parents were around for that process. In the first 6 months of their life, we were there and got to spend a lot of time with family. And so I don't look at it as a failure. I just look at it as a stepping stone. So if you're in a place right now where things aren't feeling like they're working, take a few moments, take a few days, take some time to reflect within and ask yourself what the next step is. It may be time to take action and change and move to another place. And that's okay. It doesn't mean that where you are now is a failure. It was just a step along the story. And I don't know if you've experienced this, but I've experienced every time I look back, every job, every relationship, every place I've lived, every place I've traveled to, whether it's been a wonderful experience or one that was, they've all added to the knowledge and the story of my life that led me on to different steps. And there's always been something good in every experience. So I recommend that you look at where you are now, look for the good in it. And if it's not quite right, it's okay to make a shift, make a change, and try something new. And so with that, I will tell you to go out and make some magic today. Enjoy the journey through life. And I'll see you next time. Namaste. This episode of the Adventures in Alchemy podcast is brought to you by the Magical Life Manifesting Club. This club is a place where you can hook up with other like-minded people and learn how to create more magic in your life 1 month at a time. We have a mini class every month on a different manifesting or alchemy, law of attraction topic, which includes 2 Q&As, usually 3 or 4 videos, some PDFs, different assignments, a private Facebook group where we can link up and talk and share and ask questions and support each other. And it is a great community, especially if you don't have as many like-minded people in your real life to help you and support you and not judge you. Some of the topics that we have covered that are still there, and when you join up, you get access to all of these immediately. We have praying, journaling, and scripting class, a body love alchemy class, an abundance alchemy class, an angel alchemy class, a money alchemy class, which is really in-depth. There are 30 emails that go with that you can either just look at in the space, or you can actually have the email sent to you every day to go through the class that way. That class was also sold as a standalone for $27, but the people who are in my club, they get all of my little courses. Unless it's something hugely major or private coaching, they get everything for free. So they got that for free as part of being in the club. And they also have a beginner's manifesting course, also the 30-day manifesting reset course. And this month we're working on healing alchemy, and I am a Reiki master, so I'm able to train people in Reiki and attune them in Reiki. So we'll be doing level 1 and level 2 attunements in Reiki. And at some point I may even go up to level 3, but I'm going to have to play with how to do that. But so much is in this group. When you sign up and you get linked into the space, you can just play all day. And the nice thing is you can download it all from Simpleroo. So here's the scoop. Right now it is only $15 a month, and you can cancel anytime. But I'm going to be changing that really soon because I've had people who have been supporting me since day 1 on this, and it's not really fair to them if I let new people join, download everything, and leave in a month. So it's going to switch over to a yearly membership. Believe me, there is new stuff every month, and there's already over 6 months worth of content in here, all kinds of crazy goodness. So a year membership, you would still continue to get new content every month, but that way I ensure that the people who have been supporting me, they don't pay more and get less than everybody else. And I think that's the best way to make it fair. So if you want to hop in on and try it, while it's still $15 a month and you could opt out anytime and not do a yearly membership, now is the time. You can go to dailyalchemy.com and you can click on the big button on the right-hand side of your screen that says Magical Life Manifesting Club, and it will show you everything about it and where to sign up. And you can also look in the show notes. I think I always have a link there for the Magical Life Manifesting Club because it is my joy to spend time with this club and to create magic with this club and to see all the wonderful things that happen to the members of this club. So thank you guys and go check it out. Bye-bye. Namaste.
Thanks for listening to the Adventures in Alchemy podcast. Connect with me on thedailyalchemy.com or Facebook at facebook.com/Michelle Dobbins, author. Join us next time for even more magical life tips.